Hello and welcome to our planning Lapbook look through. You might like to make one of these for yourself or for a child to help you stay organised and planning. Everything in this Lapbook has been found on Twinkl, so I've just searched for all the useful things I'd like to put in my Lapbook and then I printed everything out and put it together. So let's have a look. So on the front I've just taken the cover from the planner, and then on the back I've also put in a calendar so I can see really quickly and easily all the days of the week, when the weekends are and what might be happening, so I can always draw on this as well. So inside the Lapbook we have got a couple of different sections. We start with a thankful jar, so I've actually cut out a jar on Twinkl and then just put in a see-through cover there to make my own thankful jar, and then I put lots of little notes in. So when I'm opening this up, the first thing I see is my thankful jar, just to remind of things to be thankful for. So I can write these down, fold them up, and then just put those in the jar. So that's a really nice way of keeping things in there as a memory. And again, this just folds away really neatly. So if you haven't got space, or you want to stay organised, or you just want it in a really handy way to put, that is a really nice touch to add to a Lapbook. Then we've got our task list. So this is a nice Twinkl sheet I've turned into a notebook. So I cut up a few sheets together and then I have put them in with a little tab on the back so I can slide in and out, so if I ever use those up I can change it. And then I've done the same with a don't forget list, so anything that's important that I need to do I can write on my don't forget list. So we've got just daily tasks and things not to forget to do, and again that's just slotted in so I can take those out if I want, put them on the fridge or keep them in here. Then we've got positive notes. I found this on Twinkl and it looks great, from the happy news, and I've turned it into a folding book. So it's got all sorts of lovely things in there just to give you some positive vibes throughout the day, and you can just put those in whenever you're feeling like it, have a quick look and put those away again. So I really like having that in my planning and organising. Then I've also got my bucket lists. So these are lists of things we really want to do. So you can write on there all your ideas, buckets. So you might want to have different like days out as your bucket lists, or places to visit, or activities you might like to do. So I can just write those all on a different coloured bucket. And then I've got all my lists there of when I'm not sure what to do with the children, we can pick something off our bucket list. I've put in a few stickers that I've got from Twinkl. So there's a couple of stickers there and some there because I really like the home ed stickers. And then I've also put in these lovely speech bubbles here, and I can use those to put in quotes the children might say, or just things, inspirational quotes I might find, just putting in a quote area there. So that's really nice, such as how do rocks grow? And then it also reminds us other topics we might like to do. So we've got in field trips and visits. So again, this is a nice way of reminding ourselves of where we might like to go, or places we've been, just to remind ourselves of all the different adventures we have been on. So I like having field trips and visits because we go out visiting lots of places. Then I've also put in this child activity timeline. So you might like to stand this up on a desk because then you can actually see it. So have it out on display, or you can just tuck it away when you don't need it at the end of the day. So that's really nice. And so you can put in, if there's anything you know you're going to do, like walks or phonics, I can put those in for the day. And then because these are all Velcroed, I can change them each week depending on what we're doing or what you might be doing. So that's a really nice, easy way of using the child activity timetable. It also means I don't have to keep writing the same thing over and over again each week. So I know if we always do handwriting Monday afternoon, that's always in there. Meal planning. I spend a lot of my time deciding what we're going to eat. So I've got these handy meal guides from Twinkl, so I can always have a bit of a potluck of picking something to eat each day, and also so it just gives me some new ideas every time I'm trying to write our meal plan for the week. So I've got my Twinkl ideas tucked away in there, and then I've also got extra sheets for the meal plan, so I can just replace this each week. So I can write on our meal plan, take it off so it's just blue tacked on there, and then maybe put it on the fridge and then do a new one. And then I've got all my ideas for mac and cheese, turkey burgers, baked potatoes. So it's just a really nice, easy way of seeing everything that I've got to plan, what I've got to do, and then knowing what's going on as well. And also it's still got some inspiration, so it's still got our positive notes and our bucket list to keep us on other ideas as well. And then we've got our thankful jar, and that's everything. So that is our planning Lapbook. What would you put in your planning Lapbook? There are so many different resources to put in on the Twinkl website. I'd love to see how you got on, so do share them in our Twinkl Home Educators Facebook group.